Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Sunday morning, 20 past 9 on a Sunday morning, and we're on the road. So we've just left Camping Les in Brissac Quince. We've really enjoyed it there, haven't we? It's been a really nice explored Angers. We've explored Brissac yesterday, and very nice they both were as well. Completely recommend a couple of nights there. Well, we've had 3 nights there. Caravan and Motorhome Club site. So if you go on their website or the app or whatever you use, go onto the Europe ones and put in Angers, you'll find it on there. And it's a really nice site on a vineyard. The wine I can completely recommend, absolutely beautiful. Quite a few things in the shop if you run out of anything. You can order your bread and things like that. Lots of things for kids to do, isn't there, really? And probably more so in July and August, I think. So
it's set up as a sort of family site,
it
isn't it?
is very much so. Quite a few families arrived yesterday. But it's got quite a nice feel about it, hasn't it? It's quite sort of Frenchy rustic because there's sheets on there as well. So I'd recommend that, right? Enjoyed it for 3 nights. So the campsite we've just left, I used my overseas vouchers as part of the ferry booking. I got 4 overnight vouchers to use. So you can't book the sites. I did email the site before we went to see whether they've got any pictures. So you just rock up and it was fine. You just hand the vouchers over, you sign them, date them, and that's your night paid for. So we kind of feel like we had 3 nights for nothing, didn't we?
Yeah.
So that worked really well. So I've got 1 voucher to use, but they are valid for 2 years. So they're valid until the end of next year, so there's no rush for that one. But we thought we'd see how the system worked. It worked really well. Nice. So we're on the road again. And today, as I say, it's Sunday. It's quite quiet on the roads on a Sunday, we've found, because I don't think HGVs are allowed to travel on Monday, or most of them aren't, anyway, exceptions. As a rule, the roads are quite quiet. So we've decided to do the majority of the drive back up to Calais. So we're actually going to Dieppe. Dieppe looks really nice, so we're just going to have 2 nights there. We're going to a site called La Marqueval, which is just in the very small place next to Dieppe. It's about 4 miles, I think, from it. So tomorrow we're going to cycle into Dieppe and have a bit of an explore along the coastline and see what that's got to offer. So it gets the bulk of the driving done today. And then we can just have a day as a cycles tomorrow. So the driving's got to be done at some point, hasn't it? So it depended how we broke it up, really. But this is what we decided to do. So that's it. So we'll leave it for now. If there's anything to let you see or know about, then we'll bring you back. And if not, we'll see you when we arrive in Dieppe. Bye for now.
Bye.
Morning.
So, just left the campsite on bikes, and well, we haven't got a route for today. We're just going to head down to the coastline, and we'll turn right, and we're just going to head along the coastline into Dieppe. Don't think it's that far, really, but what we'll do is we'll just see where we get to.
Nice sunny morning, but very windy.
Yes, it's been back on that coastline again.
Yeah.
We should have known yesterday as we came across. There was some right old gusts of winds as we were driving up from our previous location.
Anyway, blows the cobwebs away.
So we'll get on down here and we'll pick you up a bit later on. Nice little windy boardwalk. Yeah. Keeps us away from the road though. So just as a reminder, the campsite we're on,
Les Marqueval.
And that's at
Pourville-sur-Mer.
So it's just, I think it's about maybe 6 kilometres, isn't it? If that from...
I'm not sure, really.
We think, to be fair, that the site's used by quite a few people that are maybe ferrying on the ferries from Dieppe.
Well, there are a couple of airs, aren't there, on the dockside?
There are.
Obviously, if you're wanting sort of to have a shower and things, it's quite nice to get freshened up, isn't it? But we did notice a few vans had gone quite early this morning, so we can only assume.
Yes.
But it's a very nice site, isn't it? I just booked it online. Booked it through Axie, so I saved myself some dosh.
This is a nice site. Some of the facility blocks look a bit more modern. I won't say they're new, but
They're nice,
they certainly look more modern.
Beast of a shower.
This is a beast of a shower, isn't it?
Very refreshing. So this is Pourville-sur-Mer. Messy. We've come the wrong way.
Well, I don't know where we're going really, so I was just, I don't know whether you can get up here from a... I'll come back for your bike. Oh, I brought you the wrong way, didn't I? So we're just leaving Pourville-sur-Mer and climbing up. So here we are, just coming into Dieppe. The picture you can see at the moment is of the chateau. It's located in Dieppe. Apparently it was founded in 1188 by King Henry II of England, and the original castle was destroyed in 1195 by King Philip II of France. The site was restored in the 14th century and largely reconstructed in 1433 by Charles de Maretz. The castle features a quadrangle enclosure with round flanking towers and a lower court. The town was mostly destroyed in the Anglo-Dutch naval bombardment in 1694, but the castle survived. It was bought by the town in 1903, and the castle now houses the Dieppe Museum. Down on the promenade now, and this particular building has various plaques attached which outline some of what happened during the war, including Operation Jubilee. So Operation Jubilee was a raid that took place on August the 19th, 1942, and the goal was to capture and hold the port of Dieppe for a short period of time to test the feasibility of a landing, also gather intelligence and boost Allied morale. The raid involved over 6,000 infantry, predominantly Canadians, supported by British commandos, Free French and a small number of American and Polish troops. However, the German defences were well prepared with strong coastal defences in place. The raid itself resulted in heavy casualties for the Allies, with over 3,000 of the 6,000 men who landed being killed, wounded or captured. Despite its failure, the raid provided valuable lessons that were later applied to the successful D-Day landings in 1944. Yeah, so Jules mentioned earlier about there being an air at Dieppe. We're just passing it on our right-hand side. In front of it, we've got the port of Dieppe. Dieppe first recorded as a small fishing settlement in 1030. It was also an important prize during the 100 Years' War. During the 16th century, Dieppe housed the most advanced French school of cartography and was home to notable navigators like Michel and Thomas Levasseur. During the 17th century, it became a prominent port, and Dieppe itself was almost completely destroyed by an Anglo-Dutch naval bombardment in 1694. It was rebuilt in a classic French style. During the 19th century, the town was significantly damaged during the Second World War and was rebuilt afterwards. So as you walk around Dieppe, or in our case cycle around Dieppe, there are lots of poignant reminders of the sacrifices made during the war, and it is commemorated in Dieppe's memorials and museums. So there we have it, a little tour around Dieppe.
Yeah, it's worth it actually. It's nicer than we thought it was going to be, isn't it?
Yeah, we're just going to head back now, same way as we came, and catch up with you again a bit later on.
Yeah.
Have a little cycle tour of the site when we get back, just to see what's around. So we'll probably catch up. So here we are, back at the site, La Marqueval, the main entrance. Reception on your left. There's an outdoor pool on your right. And then you've got one of the toilet blocks on the left-hand side, both inside and external. And on the right-hand side is the bar. So you've got a bit of a lake area here. One of two, I think it is, and as you can see, right menagerie over there. Goats, donkeys, Shetland pony by the looks. Yeah, plenty of ducks.
Yeah, it's a lovely sight.
Yeah, it is. It's very, very pleasant. And then across that side, you can see that there's some, well, they're like tree houses, but not in trees.
Novel though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's different, isn't it? I mean, you were saying earlier, weren't you, that a lot of these sites have such a variation, don't they?
I've noticed more so over here.
Yeah, of accommodation.
There's been a real range. Catered to such a lot of different people.
Yeah. Don't know where that one goes. Does that go anywhere?
Yeah, should we give it a go? So without the Axi card, it would have two nights would have worked out at €55, so 27.50 each.
Children's play area.
Yeah. With Axi, it's 21.50.
Yeah.
€21.50, so about £19 a night, which is brilliant.
There we go, so we can come round. I was going to say, do they take the animals out by boat? But there's a little bridge here.
Two of everything.
I suppose it's one way of keeping the grass down. Yeah, there's sheep as well, isn't there?
Yeah, it's lovely.
Certainly one way of keeping grass down, isn't it, without having to cut it.
Lovely idea. Looks like it's feeding time.
Maybe they think you're going to feed them. Again, I'm not sure whether we can get through here. Bit of a stream as well running at the back end, isn't there? I think this is a dead end.
That's all right, we'll just have to go back down past the animals again.
Well, no, I think we can go around, can't we? So most of the touring pitches face over the small lake, don't they?
Bonjour.
Yeah. There we go. A little tow around. So here we are.
Here we jolly well are.
What's that, 14 miles?
Good morning.
It's a bit of a damp, miserable morning outside on it today.
Yeah, it's not pleasant.
But not in here. We're happy as Larry as usual.
Well, I don't know, are we? Because we're making our way home, looks that way.
All right. Anyway, I'm happy. So I'd rather be going the other way, but anyway, not to worry. All good things come to an end, don't they? The garden needs doing. Anyway, that's by the by. We've just left Les Marqueval at Pourville-sur-Mer, just outside Dieppe. We enjoyed it. It was nice. They broke the journey up nicely back to Calais. So we've got 2 nights there. So you haven't really sort of made use of a lot of the sort of bar or shop or anything like that up way, but it goes on a good day, does the bar anyway. So no, it's a nice site though. The facilities are nice. You just have to remember to take your toilet paper in before you go in the toilet, because it's one of these that's got one of the dispensers outside, which we don't really like, do we? Because you either take too much or too little, don't you? So we ended up just taking out our own toilet bill. But it's the best one we've had, hasn't it? So now we're heading really towards Calais. Getting the ferry for a couple of days, so we're staying at a site called La Primevères, if that's how you pronounce it. It's written Primevères, so Primevères, something like that anyway. So something I booked online. It's really good reviews. I think it's sort of quite a quiet, basic one, but everybody says how lovely it is. And there's a few walks and things from there. So yeah, I booked it online. It's €19 a night. So we're 2 nights there, and then we're on the ferry after that. We've got an early morning ferry, so not too early, but early enough to leave the campsite quite early. So it's about 16 miles from the ferry terminal, so that's not too bad at all, really. So we'll leave it there, and we'll pick you up when we get towards the site.
Turn right onto Place de l'Église, then take the first left. Turn left onto Chemin de la Craze, then take the first right. Make a sharp right turn onto the road. Arriving at Camping Les Primevères, on the left. When possible, make a U-turn, then take the second left.
Have you got a pitch number or anything?
No.
Turn left onto Route d'Anvers, then take the first right. When possible, make a U-turn, then take the second left.
I'll go in and see. We arrived at the site just near Calais, which was Les Primevères. It's about 15 miles from Calais, but it was probably the worst weather for setting up, wasn't it, that we'd ever had in Annie. It was blowing a gale, it was absolutely pouring down. So we didn't film any of that because we couldn't really. But it was a nice site, and then we were there 2 nights, and the next day it was so windy. We couldn't have gone on bikes or anything. So we did end up just having a chilling day, because it's always full on when we get home with catching up with family and catching up with gardening and jobs at home. So we did just sneak a cheeky day doing nothing. So there wasn't really a lot to tell you about that, apart from that it was a good stop for if you're going from Calais, or if you come from Calais on a ferry where you just want a campsite nearby. It only worked out about £16 a night. And it was nice, very popular site, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Sort of great for families.
Really got busy,
And,
didn't it?
yeah,
Sort
it
of
did get ever so
yesterday.
busy. Yeah.
I think it's a bank holiday, you were saying, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's
today,
a bank holiday
so,
today in France.
yeah.
But yeah, they were really friendly on reception. They speak English. They order you bread for the next day. So yeah, it was really nice. So I'd recommend that one. It was nice, even though we didn't really do anything, but we recharged our batteries, didn't we?
Yeah, we got sorted, didn't we? Which was the main thing.
It's not good, is it?
You don't have to go to the town centre either, do you?
No idea really whether we should be.
Yeah. Well, that says town centre in that one. We don't have to go to the town centre, do we?
Well, no, but they're just queuing out.
No, we don't get across it. Well, the other sign says town centre.
No, I'm looking at that sign up there. These are all lorries, aren't they? So
Can we go through that way? Well, I don't want to get there and then not be in the queue. So that's the lorries there. That's just up. Can we get in there and then at least we can go over if we want to?
I see people are going that way, you see. I'm just thinking that this is more wagons.
All the English ones seem to be going that way. So yeah.
So that's it, isn't it? That's our first French holiday in the motorhome completed.
Yeah, it's a month away.
So
It's been absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
We've absolutely loved it. We really have.
It's been good, hasn't it? It's, it was a learning curve, but I wouldn't say anything was
Wasn't beyond
hard
us,
work,
was it? No.
There was just odd little bits here and there,
things,
which we'll probably do a little video to once we get sorted of the sort of things that we liked, disliked, or found out, or learnt, or whatever. And
I don't know if you've all watched our video on planning for a trip to France, but this will be sort of a follow-up to that one, really.
Yeah,
In that, did we need all the things that we planned for?
Yeah.
Did we do things differently? What would we completely recommend or say don't bother with? So yeah, we'll do that for you once we get settled in at home and I get my washing done.
Yeah. And you've had a chance to watch all the other episodes, which we hope
absolutely.
you do.
Yeah, I hope you're enjoying them. We're really enjoying doing them, aren't we?
We have. Yeah. It's good.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, as we've said, it's always for our own experience, just to be able to look back on things and have a bit of a laugh and that.
So nice. I mean, we started doing it just for the kids, really, to see so that they could see what we were doing, and don't think they're that bothered now, are they?
No, but
the grandchildren sit we've eaten the breakfast watching us.
If they bring a bit of entertainment or information to somebody out there, then it's worthwhile.
Well, yeah, it is, exactly, and we're enjoying it. It makes us find out a lot more about a place, doesn't it, really?
Yeah, it does. Absolutely. No, we do spend a bit more time looking at places, don't we? Because we get a bit of info and taking photos and things. As in the past, we just walk past and go, "Oh, that's nice," or have a look at it and move on. As now we have something to, to sort of slow us down a bit when we are in places, which is good.
Especially the D-Day landing beaches, we really enjoyed that. We did learn an awful lot, didn't we?
That was good. If you haven't been to any of the D-Day landing beaches, then I'd certainly say it's well worth a visit. Whether you're interested in the history side or not, but just to experience it, really, and just to get a feel of it. And
yeah, it's quite an emotional place, isn't it, really?
It is, absolutely. But no, I mean the whole France trip we've enjoyed, haven't we? We've seen some nice places.
Absolutely. I've eaten my own body weight in croissants and baguettes.
La Rochelle was good as a bit more of a restful holiday.
It was.
That was good from a cultural sort of experience, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
An old flair. So no, we've enjoyed them all. So
bits of history, bits of just out enjoying ourselves, and a bit of all sorts, really. So I hope you've enjoyed it.
Yeah, if you have, please subscribe, add a comment, as they say.
Yeah, and get all your friends and family to subscribe too. That would be lovely.
It does help a bit, and we'll be back out on the road once we've got all our little jobs done at home and got a few things sorted and things.
Nothing can stop us now. So
we have got another big. We've in fact got a longer trip coming, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
In later on in the year, we're going to do the whole of Ireland.
Doing the whole coastline, right round from Belfast, straight round clockwise.
Right the way around. So that'll be.
Started off with doing the Wild Atlantic Way, didn't it? And then we thought, why don't we just take a bit longer and do it all?
Yeah, well, we're probably, Ireland's one of them places that we'd probably only go to once. So we thought, well, if we're paying for a ferry, we might as well pay for it once and do the whole thing.
Yeah, so I've got to get my planning books out again. So I'll put all my French books away and get my Irish books
out. Get your Irish ones out. And we will be doing a few things before then, though.
We'll have a few trips out. So no, thanks for watching. Please let us know in the comments what you think of it. Whether we've inspired you to go yourself, or whether we've just brought back memories of something that we've done. But thank you anyway. Appreciate your support, and
yes, and we'll
see you soon.
Catch you on the next one. See you soon. Bye. 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 Au revoir.
Au revoir. Yeah.